Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. A new law went into effect that affects our airports. That affects when you go to the airport and you go there, okay? Get ready to take off, do your thing. So it's a law banning that you do this longer than 3 minutes at the airport. So you can't do this. You have to do it in under 3 minutes now going forward.
Under 3 minutes? Who's timing? I've never been timed at the airport.
Well, you'll know that when you hear the fact and what the situation is, but I can't give you that until we get about 5 more minutes. You have a guess just based on that information alone.
I think if you can't get your damn shoes off and in the bucket in that amount of time, you don't get to go on the plane.
It's a great answer. It's a great
They're
answer.
like, you know what? You're already terrorizing people right now. You can't come.
All because of the shoe bomber. We got to take our shoes off. One bad apple.
I know.
We're supposed the whole bunch, you know? It's too bad.
No one ever thought of taking your shoes off until that a-hole.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
And that was 20 years ago now. And I'm surprised.
Because now you take your shoes off, they solved the whole thing.
Well, why don't we figure out why the scanner can't scan your shoes? I don't understand that part.
I don't understand why I can't pick up a bomb if
Yeah.
it's strapped to my foot.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Now listen.
Because now you go through the big scanny thing anyways. It's not like it's not even the metal detector anymore.
Some people get chosen to go through the thing that goes like, whoom.
I always get chosen.
As do I.
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder why.
Why? What is this?
I understand why Kenzie's getting chosen. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why you're getting chosen.
I don't know why. I always get chosen for the random
Because
testing.
they can see through your clothes.
What?
They can see through your clothes.
But it's like a skeleton. No one's like, I'm going to look at those bones, baby.
You don't know how guys think.
Really?
They see the skeleton, they can figure the rest out in their
Yeah.
brain. They're looking at it going like, and then they see you, so they kind of go, yeah.
I want to see her bones.
I'm glad I scanned that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't understand why they're scanning case.
Well, he looks like he's smuggling things.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a safety concern.
So, Case, what do you think it is? Airports are banning this lasting longer than 3 minutes.
So Kenzie's guess was that it's the before the scanning. My guess is you have to gather all your things in under 3 minutes after the scanning.
Oh,
Because
jeez.
especially if you're wearing a jacket to the airport and then you got shoes on, it's the most discombobulating feeling to try to get all your stuff while you're moving in the TSA line and not disturb anybody. And sometimes you just got to sit down and put your shoes back on.
I swear there was a guy coming back from London. We were at O'Hare, and we got that, and the guy was... I swear he was balancing his checkbook. I'm like, dude, move on, bro.
I don't know why people all of a sudden act like they have no idea what they've brought. They're like, what shoes was I wearing?
Yeah.
What does my luggage look like? It's like, it's in order. We are standing in the same line.
They're taking a phone call. I'm like, get out of the area. Get out. The airport's big.
You have to gather everything and then go to one of those benches. The people who lace up their shoes
Oh.
in the line.
Move along.
You know what? I've hit them in the head with my bag before because it takes all my might to get it off. And if you're bent over tying your shoe, I'm sorry.
You're going to get hit.
I'm like the headless horseman. I'm knocking heads off.
All right, so we'll tell you what it is. Airport has a new law that you can't do this for longer than 3 minutes. We'll tell you what that is in 5 minutes.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
All right, time for a fact that makes your brain go. Now, this involves the airport, and there's a new law banning doing this for longer than 3 minutes. You've got to do it in under 3 minutes. Kenzie guessed taking off the shoes, getting ready to go in to the security, TSA.
Yes.
And Case guessed the same thing, but it's on the way out. You have to get your stuff up, off, and out of there in 3 minutes. Great guesses. You would never guess this one at all. And I didn't think neither of you were close at all. But all were very reasonable answers.
We weren't close?
You weren't even close.
Oh, my God.
There's no way because it's about an airport, so we were somewhat close.
We were in the airport.
Yeah, there's no way.
That's the only close that you had, was
Yeah.
you're in the airport.
This involves an airport.
You weren't in the Hooters near O'Hare.
Yeah.
You were in the airport.
I would say we're close.
Okay, that's the closest you got. The airport is banning hugs that last longer than 3 minutes while you're waiting to say goodbye to your person there out front. People apparently are hugging. Now, this is a law that started at the New Zealand airport, but it's going to get to O'Hare and Midway soon. They're going to test case kind of deal. But people are saying goodbye for too long. Out front, it's causing all the cars to sit there and wait. Everybody's trying to drop off somebody. You're sitting there hugging. Now, I can't imagine a hug that lasts for more than 3 minutes.
Okay, it's probably not one hug. It's probably when the whole family drops you off.
No,
So
no,
it's like 15 hugs.
it's one hug. It's a singular hug that they're talking about.
So I could hug each one of my family members for 2 minutes. If like 15 of them we drop me off, and I'll be like, no, new person. It doesn't count.
Well, I didn't get too much on the weeds on the rule here.
See?
So, but it is saying
I bet the entire goodbye needs to happen.
No, they're basically saying a hug can't last longer than 3 minutes. That's the verbiage of the agreement. That's what I have here. This is the whole 17-page agreement.
Bring that to the airport and be like, I'm hugging my mom now.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, apparently people in New Zealand are hugging really long on a goodbye.
I think this sucks because I think that there's not that many nice moments left. You know what I mean? Like, there's not that many personal, nice moments left. If people are that sick, people are getting deployed and stuff.
Understood.
Can they have a hug?
Yeah, wrap it up.
But why don't you do that at the house? I agree with this law. Because you're trying to get to, think about it, when you're trying to drop somebody off at O'Hare and it's mayhem. Mm-hmm. It's like Black Hawk Down. You're trying to get in just to drop somebody off and get them out of there alive, or you're trying to drop somebody off.
I don't get dropped off at my gate, though. I just always go to, I just go to baggage claim and go up the escalator.
What do you mean? You go downstairs?
Yeah, I always am like, drop me off at pickup, and I just go up the escalator.
But that's busy, too.
It's not that busy.
Pickup? Are you kidding me? Oh, my gosh. An airport run is one of the worst things you can agree to do in life, especially at O'Hare.
In life?
Yeah.
What's worse than an airport run, Brian? There's got to be, only one or two things worse than an airport run?
Joining ISIS? Probably. That's worse. That's worse.
Definitively worse. We can definitely say that's worse.
Mine's shorter, though.
But I've agreed to pick up people or drop people off at the airport, and I'm saying, man.
ISIS is looking pretty good right now, huh? Yeah. Is that what you're thinking?
No. Not saying that. But
when you pull up, though, you can tell if drop-off or pickup is backed up, and you just always do the other one. Because you can also go up the escalator if drop-off's crazy.
Yeah.
I always do that. I just find out which one's not busy.
It's not a bad hack. I
know.
But I'm just saying that you can say your goodbyes at home. You don't have to do it at the airport right there. I mean, like you said, people are being deployed. Give that big hug.
But nobody wants to say goodbye and then get in the car for 30 minutes and look down. Like, that's awkward. That's weird.
So
I'm gonna miss you so much. Yeah. You just sit in the car together.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have the same impact. You can't do it.
Well, you're backing up the process, and you need to stop. Under 3 plus 3 minutes a hug. Think about that for a second. What's the longest hug you ever gave?
I don't know.
3.5 minutes, probably.
No, I don't believe you.
I am a hugger.
Does a snuggle on the couch count? Because I've done that for an entire movie.
No, it does not count.
A
hug, technically, by the dictionary, says you're standing and you reach toward each other and put your arms around each other.
You can't sit and hug.
No, that's not hugging.
So this is a hack. If you sit down and hug, it doesn't count at the airport.
Okay, sit at the curb and snuggle.
Doesn't count.
Pull out your Snuggie and your blankie.
Yeah, put a movie on.
They won't move you. That's right.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. 6 months ago, we talked about up in Wilmette how a McDonald's got thwarted by the locals, saying they didn't want it because the drive-thru the area it was in would cause traffic. They were even talking about cars just idling and causing pollution in their neighborhood. But now that area that has a rec center, a school, all kinds of stuff where kids, who like McDonald's, they can't get it. There's no McDonald's up in that region of Wilmette. Still sitting blank today. Could have been a tax base helping out the area, could have provided jobs for kids, their first job, and let's face it, adults too at McDonald's. It's all gone. Now, it's happening again somewhere around Chicagoland. Do you live in this area? Are your neighbors fighting against it? Well, this would be a Raising Cane's in Roscoe Village. It has been completely scrapped after neighbors rejected the drive-thru at Belmont and Western.
What?
So it drew a bunch of pushback from the neighbors and the aldermen. Now, let's first examine Raising Cane's.
Okay.
Let's first, if you everybody's been there, I guess all three of us have had Raising Cane's chicken.
Raising Cane's.
Yeah, Case?
Yeah, frequent visitor.
Oh, you are? Okay.
No, you can catch me posted up alone at the one in Wrigleyville quite often.
You and Post Malone, huh?
Yeah, exactly. One and the same.
So it's right there north of Wrigley Field, that location. I've actually never had Raising Cane's except when they brought it to the radio station.
Oh, really?
And it was delicious. But I want that fresh first feeling at the restaurant, and I've never gone in it. I walked by that one at least 100 times all summer.
Yeah, let's go.
I don't know why I haven't gone in.
I like it. My only beef with it is can we just have some more options?
No. The charm of Cane's is that there's 4 things on the menu.
No, to say there's 4 things on the menu is a crime. There's one thing on the menu.
Mm-hmm.
chicken tenders.
Yeah,
and
and
then
if
they
you're
turn
not,
into
not in the mood, don't go there.
Yeah, but like that sucks because your kids are always in the mood and there's no other choice. That's what bums me out. It's like I just like one other
Well, what do you want?
something else. Just one, literally one other choice.
I mean, I want to advise you. It's not just Raising Cane's. The full name of the restaurant is Raising Cane's Chicken Tenders.
But like, do something else with them. Like, can we have like a Cajun chicken tender even?
No.
Like something. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well,
though?
Case, do they have a lot of different sauces? Because I don't remember.
No, they
Just
have one
stand-
sauce, cane sauce.
Yeah,
Go
they have
after
cane
yourself.
sauce. I mean, you can get ketchup there.
Yeah.
But they're
Ew.
known for their cane sauce. So I love when there's a ketchup dispenser with a pump, and they have the pump. So I get my fries with the ketchup there, but the chicken and the Texas toast, those belong to the cane sauce.
I'm not saying that it should like go away, but like, is
Jeez.
Popeyes better? Yes. Sorry. There's so many choices at Popeyes. It's a significantly better menu. It's significantly better side dishes. You can get it
However,
spicy.
You ever watch Bar Rescue? The TV show Bar Rescue, where John
No.
Tapper goes like, "Shut it down! Everything's dirty. Shut it down."
Kenzie,
No.
you've never seen Bar
Bar
Rescue?
I
Rescue?
know what it is, but I don't watch it.
Oh my God! You want to come over tonight and watch Bar Rescue?
I need house rescue. I need someone to help me with my children.
So what John Tapper says on Bar Rescue is find something you do excellent, and that's all you do. Reduce your menu to the elite items you do best. And I'm not saying this about Raising Cane's, but it sounds like Case is that they do the best of chicken
But he
tenders.
still said items. He didn't say pick one thing. This
Well,
bar
well-
can serve one thing.
I will say it's pretty funny when you go to their menu and it says like tailgates. What are your options? 25
Chicken.
finger,
Yeah.
50 finger, 75 finger, 100 finger. But I'm fine. If you do it excellent, just do that. And obviously the company's doing well. So Raising Cane's wanted to build
I like
one.
their sauce
Yeah, it's good.
a lot. I do.
So they want to build one right at Belmont and Western. Now, if you don't know that part of the city, that is a congested intersection. And making it worse, as I look at the map, they want to build it right at the corner. There's a 7,600 square foot landscaping, and they want to put the drive-through a little bit back on the Belmont side. But they're saying, the neighbors and the alderman, that it will cause a massive backup there to an already busy intersection. Since I go by that occasionally, that intersection, I would say I agree with their assessment. However, are they desperate for chicken tenders in that neighborhood? I don't know. I haven't done the analytics on how many chicken
Are they
restaurants.
desperate?
Are they?
I would imagine they can manage if it's not there.
I don't think so.
I don't
think
know.
there's a certain per capita square mileage that needs to be figured out, a math equation,
I get it.
to
and
how close the most elite chicken tenders are to you at your house.
You know what drive-through does cause problems, but I'm happy it's there, is the Portillo's right over here near the Rock and Roll McDonald's.
Yeah.
That backs up because I used to live like near there. That was definitely the closest Portillo's to me, and
Sure.
I participated in the problem. But that whole lane, the entire lane, is just the drive-through wait.
Yes, but they do a really good job of moving through fast.
They
though.
move through fast. I'm just saying, I understand where these people are coming from more. It's a lot and it's aggressive. However, I would have never chosen to not have my Portillo's there. I'm going to take the good with the bad in this scenario.
And that's what I'm saying here for these people
Yeah.
that might be chicken tender. It might be a, what do you call it, a food desert?
Yeah.
It might be a chicken tender desert. 773 checked in and said, there's a Popeyes at Addison and Western, which is one big block north. So that is not where they want to build it at Belmont and Western. It's definitely not a chicken tender desert, is what he said.
They're doing this like emergency like places. Like there's an ER, but it's so far. What if something happens closer?
Fireman Frank checked in as well and said, yes, the Popeyes is right down the street.
Yeah, but I want options. You know, it's like when you go to the grocery store, everything is General Mills. It's the illusion of choice. Give me an actual choice. I'm looking for a different experience at Popeyes than I am Raising Cane's, and I'm devastated that the aldermen and the residents in this area shut this down. Because there are days where it's a Cane's day and there are days where it's a Popeyes day. Despite the fact that they're both chicken, it's two totally different experiences.
Calm down. Case is calm down, Case. Get a little
Andy texted in. Andy texted in and said they put a Chick-fil-A at Addison and Elston. They can figure it out. Let's get the brightest minds in Chicago on this.
Should I call NASA for this? We talked a few months ago about
absolutely.
trying to stack up all the chicken wings in the studio, and I called NASA and left a voicemail. Do we need to get NASA on this Raising Cane situation?
Listen,
Well,
we can find a lane for them.
We do
can
have
do it.
a few more people checking in. Jerry and Lindenhurst checked in and says, Gurnee has a Popeyes, a Cane's, a Chick-fil-A, all on the same intersection.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
We call that a murderer's row.
Yeah.
Kenzie, you want options? You got it.
I love an option, baby.
Also, Hillary checked in as a former Lane Tech High School student. I mentioned the high school is right 1 block away. I know for a fact that the Belmont Clybourne Western intersection is close enough to walk to for lunch. So I'm 1,000% in favor of another chicken restaurant in the area in this chicken tender desert that we've labeled Belmont and Western.
You know what makes me like? I don't even think they need a drive-through. It should be called a drive-by. Just throw tenders and people, so they can't order anything else. Tender. Nobody should have to stop in their drive-through. There's no confusion over what you've ordered.
So I believe this is dead because as far as their alderman had pointed out that because of the people of the community of the 47th Ward, Mr. Martin said, we're proud to have stood with our community to push for better forward-thinking development in the 47th Ward as opposed to a Raising Cane's, which, by the way, that would be the fourth location. I'm sorry, the fourth one opened on Lincoln Ave near DePaul. So this will be the fifth location if they could do it.
Because they've got Wrigleyville, they've got their flagship location downtown, which is, it looks like the Mall of America. It's so massive.
It's huge.
And then they've got this one in DePaul now, because for a long time, Canes were only in the South. They've made this northern expansion over the last few years that has done great wonders for the American economy. And it just feels like this alderman is blowing it.
Oh, it's so good.
If he wants something better, what else are you going to put there? That's what I don't understand.
What's confusing is his statement, because he said we need forward thinking, and I thought he meant he wanted the Raising Cane.
Yeah.
He threw me off on the last sentence. I'm like, oh, okay, so what is it that you're looking for that's forward thinking? Do you think he wants like a burger place?
Well, to your point,
What does he think?
it's a tough spot. You're right by the intersection. Anything that goes in there is going to cause traffic.
That's right.
I get it. Raising Cane's has rabid, as Case the producer, I'm pointing over to him right now, that will probably go through. Now, Case doesn't have a car, so he'll walk there.
So let's think about this. What business would cause not
No
a
traffic.
backup that would be like what do you want there that's forward thinking?
Yeah.
That's boring, right?
Well, also, like you said, what you want a business that doesn't do well going in.
Like we need something forward thinking. What's gonna not work here?
Julie checked in from Berwyn. I love how people checking in with their corners, their intersections.
Yeah.
She goes, we have a Chick-fil-A, a Cane's, a McDonald's, and a Wendy's all on 1 block.
God
They should put a Wendy's in there because Wendy's has good beef and chicken.
I'm proud to be an American.
God, this country, some things we do so right. And chicken is one of those things. We should be celebrating this. How dare this alderman shoot down this Cane's?
Well,
Maybe they didn't pay him off enough. Oh my God.
It is Chicago.
Looking for a forward-thinking business.
I'm looking for an envelope forward moving into my hand
Yeah.
of cash. That's what I want.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Brian
Q101.
and Kenzie on Q101 and continue this conversation. Before we move on to something very special we have to let you in on, and we need your help. And we really ask for your help. We try to hook you guys up with everything, but we'll talk about that in a second. We were talking about the Raising Cane's that has been thwarted at Belmont and Western because of traffic and safety concerns. And a lot of people checking in about that area and the Raising Cane's. It's not happening. First off, Mikey checked in, 630. The KFC Colonel died so Cane's could fly. Thank you for that. And Case, what do you got on the text line?
773 checked in. This is the first text they've ever sent us. We love first-time texters.
Oh.
We love that this is what you're weighing in on.
It's got to be important.
And 773 said, I work right there, and that intersection is awful. Most folks were claiming the safety of the children in the area as to why they didn't want it. That being said, it would have been awesome.
Screw them kids.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, my irritation is obviously like I was born in North Carolina, okay? And what irritates me about like Cane's getting slapped as this is the southern place. No, it's not. It's not. First off, we love Popeyes. Zaxby's is one of the reigning chicken champions, if you're talking about chicken restaurants in the South. And then our all-time guide, you know, in the darkness to the light is Whataburger. So don't put Cane's on us like that.
However, there's no Zaxby's up here or Whataburger.
I know, which is a mistake. I don't know why Cane's is the only one that can expand.
Now, I've had Whataburger. Culver's is better than Whataburger.
No, it's not.
Absolutely.
I will punch you in the face.
Bring it, girl. Bring it.
Texas toast burgers.
I understand.
You didn't have everything on the menu. Then you effed up on what you ordered.
I've had everything on the menu.
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you? You should be ashamed of yourself.
You know, as we sit here and talk about chicken tender deserts and how dare you with Whataburger and Culver's in a battle royale, we want to get to something really special that we do every year here, and it starts today with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. God bless the gravy. And this is something every year that we look forward to. I do really, really strong because of having been to the Chicago Food Depository and see how they help people and people that thank them for saving Thanksgiving or saving Christmas or really just saving a Thursday. That's what they do. So our donations start now, right now. I started it off. I threw in $105 there to get it going.
105.
Yeah, it's funny, just an odd number. I thought I'd do a little more than just an even number.
Wanted to tip over the scale there?
Yeah.
All right.
So before it went live, I put $105 in there. And as you can see, Kenzie explains this perfectly when you talk about the meals. Last year, we did over 35,000 meals for people of Chicagoland. And before we even continue on that, wherever you hear us, all the way through, there's 300 food banks that the Chicago Food Depository distributes this money and food to. So no matter where you're listening to us, you benefit from this or your neighbors do.
And what's cool about this, Brian, is how many meals is $1 again?
3.
That is wild.
Yes.
Nowhere else in the world does your dollar get more than one meal. Like, your dollar cannot go further than this. Right now, if I went to our vending machine, it would cost over $1 for me to get a Snickers bar. But, like, for real, this is several meals. This is the furthest your dollar can go. And honestly, probably the biggest difference you can make with your money. Giving $10 and providing 30 meals for people, that is insane. It's insane.
And that's what I'm urging right now to get out of the gate strong.
Right.
Is I'm not asking you to put $100 in. If everybody listening, and we have a lot of listeners, we appreciate you guys for listening every morning, and we don't ask you, I hate that we ask you, to open your wallet, but this is the one time a year we do it because we've all seen the direct help it does. You instantly save somebody's life.
Yes.
And I mean that. And so if everybody listening threw in $5 right now, we could maybe have, 100,000 meals ready to go.
Absolutely. So this is the 4th year we've done this. We've raised over 100,000 meals over that combined time. If you want to donate, you can go to Q101.com. You'll see it right there when you go on the homepage. There's a link to donate to God Bless the Gravy. Also, of course, it's on our Facebook and our Instagram with the link right there. I cannot recommend it enough. We've been doing this for so long now that when we're out and about, we run into people that have been helped by this. And in a non-pat myself on the back sort of way, it is incredibly gratifying to check off a good deed for the day or for the season or for the week or whatever it is. It's just really important we do this every year.
Yeah, Chicago Food Depository, the people that work there are so incredible of what they do. A lot of volunteers as well. So if you can donate, and again, you can just also put in myfooddrives.org/gravy because we call it God Bless the Gravy. But the link's easy too on our social and Q101.com. Please just give something today to get it started off with a bang. And then we're also looking for businesses out there because we know that there's some businesses that have done very well. And if you guys want to donate more, look at $500, $1,000, whatever you have. Listen, whatever you can do is appreciated without question.
And we will talk about you on the radio if you're a business and you give money.
How about that?
Last year, Adam from ACDC Closets donated a ton of money, and he's like an independent business. He's amazing. And fun fact, because I learned so much about him last year, we've now hired him, and he's doing a closet in my house today.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. Turn around.
He's awesome. He's an awesome guy. Saw him at the Offspring. He won tickets to the Offspring,
That's right.
as well as being a client and a listener. Also, Twin Anchors, I remember, put us over the edge last year. The great rib restaurant, Twin Anchors in Old Town. The great lady that runs that place gave several $1,000s to keep it going.
They're the nicest people.
Oh,
They're fantastic.
yeah. And I know there's other businesses, too, so I don't really leave anybody out. But let's get going this year. Q101.com. Donate right now, whatever you can. Again, if everybody listening just does $5, we're off to a great start.
Oh,
so,
hell yeah.
God Bless the Gravy, our food drive to help people eat and stay fed and comfortable and safe, this holiday season. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Something free for you now coming up in about 10 minutes. Your chance to get to Vegas to see Coldplay. 8:20, that's coming up. We'll give you the keyword for Coldplay in Vegas.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.